I'm walking Cap to his car.
Oh.
Okay, as I do every Thursday night. He's getting in the car, and what falls out of his pocket? The key to the evidence room. So I put my foot over it and say, have a nice night, Cap. Closes the door, runs over my foot. Worth it, because now I have the key to the evidence room. Do you know what's in the evidence room? Evidence.
Oh, evidence.
You know what else is in there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, case file. Cocaine Bear. It is going to be released on February 24th of next year, 2023.
Yeah, it is next year.
Do you have the incident report handy?
Yeah. You keep saying Cocaine Bear, and I feel like somebody who hasn't seen any trailers or doesn't know the real story about it. It's about a bear who does cocaine.
What are you getting at?
Cocaine? Well, let me help you out. This is what it sounds like when someone's doing it. Give me a sec.
You keep having more and more of that
I know.
stuff.
Well, here's the thing. I want to beat the amount that the bear took in the real life story of Cocaine Bear.
I got bad news for you.
What?
That's 70, maybe even close to 77 pounds of pure, uncut cocaine, baby.
That's fine. I'm 15, and we're just going to keep going.
All right. Well, I got to tell you that this case file, Cocaine Bear, was inspired by the 1985 true story of a drug runner. And they crashed their plane, and cocaine went missing. And the black bear ate it all.
Whoa.
This is a wild thriller that finds an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converging in the Georgia forest where a 500-pound apex predator has ingested a staggering amount of cocaine and gone on a coke-fueled rampage for more blow and blood.
Haven't we all been there?
What?
Yeah, we've all been in that situation.
No.
Double B's, blowing blood. Maybe there's still some drugs in that forest. So I looked up as much as I could to plot out a map, and I'm going to go find it.
Yeah. And, okay, so that's why
it.
you went into the evidence room and got all the cocaine to know what it looks like,
Sure.
smells like, and tastes like. I'll tell you what, whatever you got on the notes, let's hear it now. And then I'll go into the usual suspects, the prime suspects, the patsies, even some eyewitnesses, and box office predictions. So we'll go all down the line.
Let's just go right. We're gonna go right into the story here, okay?
Regale me.
So September 11th, 1985, a man in Kentucky by the name of Fred Myers steps out on his property, and he finds a dead man in front of his house. And that dead man was Andrew C. Thornton II. He was wearing a bulletproof vest, night vision goggles. He had handguns on him.
And he was just lying dead in the guy's driveway?
Yes, he fell from a plane. Spoilers. Let me just give you a little bit of the breakdown of Andrew C. Thornton that led him to become
the second one. Right?
The second one,
not the first one.
No, I don't even know what the first one is.
Right.
This dude already had 3 careers. He was in the airborne as a paratrooper. Then he was a narcos officer. Well, what's my next step? Oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. That dude just kept striving, and I just picture something that's like, I'm just going to keep going forward, go with my gut, do what I enjoy, and just have fun.
Well, Thornton, how did he get all this energy to do all this stuff? I mean, that takes a lot of tenacity.
If you really want to know, I can tell you.
Where are you going to get that energy source?
Let me help you out.
Where are you going to get the drive? It doesn't just grow on trees.
No, it doesn't,
right?
Jared. It is a balanced work ethic between, getting up early, being determined, have a plan, working out, eating healthy, living life to the fullest, and also... Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the best part of Andrew C. Thornton II. Not only is he a badass because he did those 3 jobs, but then one day he's just like, you know what? I'm going to become a drug lord. Andrew C. Thornton became the head of the company, a drug smuggling ring out of Kentucky. And I don't know this guy. I just know what he looks like and who I want to be when I grow up. But here's the thing. He didn't care.
Can I play you something real quick?
Yes.
Because I got my informant, and I'm going to tell you right now, he got it real deep in that state of Kentucky. Here we go.
Guys, listen carefully. I don't know how much time I have. The Cocaine Bear story is Kentucky bluegrass conspiracy based on corruption, drugs, money, and one dead bear. We're talking several prominent members of powerful Kentucky families and government dating all the way back to the 1970s. And I am going to give you their names all right now.
that sound like gunshots to you?
Are you telling me that he got shot?
I don't know.
He got killed because you put him on a case? Man, if he died while he was on a case, that's our fault. I can't cope with this.
It's not my fault.
No.
It's not my fault that happened to him. I mean, because we don't need to know all this
Look at me.
Yeah,
I've lost several informants. That's it. The thing about Andrew C. Thornton is that he was a risk taker, and he liked, when he skydived, try and pull his chute at the very last second, and he lives life like that. And that night, he waited so long that he hit the ground and died. Now, the rest of the drugs, they end up in the Chattahoochee National Forest in Georgia. What are the odds that there's a black bear in America and his name is Pablo Escobar? And out of all the black bears, that's the one that finds them drugs? Do you even understand the odds of that?
I'm going to stop you right there.
Well, the bear's dead.
Oh.
Yes. They did an autopsy on Pablo Escobar. Georgia Bureau of Investigation, they did a toxicology, they did all this stuff. They cut the bear open, and they're just like, holy hell, this bear's just full of drugs. Oh, and I actually have a quote. Its stomach was literally packed to the brim with cocaine. There isn't a mammal on the planet that could survive that. Cerebral hemorrhaging, respiratory failure, renal failure, heart failure, stroke, you name it, that bear had it.
You know what? That just sounds like any autopsy report from a modern American.
The coroner gave it to a friend. He taxidermied Pablo Escobar, and then he gave it to the Chattahoochee, I don't know how to say it, River Nation, and they just had it in there on display in their visitor center. And then Pablo Escobar was in storage. Somebody broke in there and stole him, and they pawned him off. The bear was bought by country music star Waylon Jennings. Jennings then gave the bear to a friend who lived in Las Vegas. The guy's name is Ron Thompson. Small world, okay? Ron Thompson was apparently friends with Andrew Thornton II, the dude that jumped out of the plane and died with the cocaine. And then the state of Kentucky bought the bear back and is now on display in a mall in Kentucky.
All right.
So that's the true story of Cocaine Bear.
I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out the file on the usual suspects.
Yes.
Now we're talking about the production team. Brownstone Productions. This is an American film and television production company founded by Elizabeth Banks and her husband, Max Handelman.
Wow.
Best known for the Pitch Perfect franchise.
Yes, that's a great franchise. And obviously her production company, Blackstone Productions.
No, the Brownstones.
The Brownstones in Manhattan.
Going on to the next production team.
Okay.
Also, who was working in conjunction with Brownstone Productions.
So a second production team.
Yeah, believe it or not, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. None of those names mean anything.
Chris Miller sounds interesting. And Phil Lord, is that the father of the singer Lord?
No.
Okay.
Some of their projects they've done before.
Okay.
Now, this is Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Now, they are best known for creating the adult animated sitcom Clone High that aired from 2002 to 2003.
No idea what that is.
Oh, well, that's what they're best known for. So they also directed and wrote animated films like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
I love that movie.
All right. What about the Lego movie?
The first one?
Yep. All right. That came out in 2014.
Okay.
And as well as they directed the live-action comedy film 21 Jump Street.
That's a great movie.
What about the sequel?
I enjoyed that one too, 22 Jump Street.
I'm glad you're a fan. Lord and Miller also co-produced the television series The Last Man on Earth. Did you ever hear of Unikitty? That was for the Cartoon Network. They won an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature as they were the producers of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Which Phil Lord co-wrote.
What is their production company?
I think it's called Lord and Miller Productions.
Lord and Miller Productions.
Yep.
And they are co-producing Cocaine Bear with Elizabeth Banks and Brownstone Productions. Cool.
Yeah, with her husband,
Neato.
who can
Max
handle...
Manhandler.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, that's cool.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but cocaine might be addicting.
Yes, Charlie's Angels was a flop and it sucked, but you know what? You got to just keep going, enjoying.
No, but I was talking about Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
I was thinking about Max Manhandler.
Well, who can't with a name like that? The elephant in the room, obviously, is the fact that they were fired by Disney.
Who were?
Phil Lord and Chris Miller for directing Solo.
Oh, that's a
Star Wars story.
Yeah, that's an appropriate fire. Again, I have to ask you a question as my best friend / partner / confidant. When I asked you to give me that kidney and you said, take it all, I like that.
Thank you.
And you have no idea how much that kidney sold on the black market. All right, back to the movie.
Thank
Cocaine Bear, directed by Elizabeth Banks, starring CGI bear. Now, I have a question for you, Jared.
Sure.
Is this CGI bear, is it the same bear that attacked Leonardo DiCaprio?
Want to talk about the distributor?
Of these drugs? Yeah, we got to find him. We got to catch him because that's what Cap hired us to do.
Universal.
Yes. Oh.
Pictures. And let me go ahead and find this file. It's very interesting for you. Prime suspects.
Cool.
Writer, Jimmy Warden. I got to tell you something.
Yes.
He only wrote one other movie before this.
What was it?
It was called The Babysitter Killer Queen that came out in 2020.
It sounds like a title that would go straight to streaming.
This got 46% on a very notable rating website called
RT.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, you're a good detective.
Yep. Also never worked with this director before, Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yep.
Wait, you're telling me
It got really cool.
that there's women directors?
Yeah.
If Helen Mirren was alive today, she'd be so happy to see a woman director.
Helen Mirren?
Yeah.
I got news for you.
Yeah.
She would be excited.
Really?
I got some interesting news about Jimmy Warden, the writer of Cocaine Bear. Other than having a super hot wife, Samara Weaving, not much is known about this fella.
Who is Samara Weaving?
She's an actress. She's also related to Hugo Weaving. That's her uncle.
Who's Hugo Weaving?
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith is Brad Pitt.
Agent Smith.
Who's Agent Smith?
That's her uncle. From The Matrix.
He's Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And in Lord of the Rings, he has that great line where he goes, Mr. Anderson.
What does this say? Oh, but here is how he became inspired to write this movie.
So it's his baby. He wrote the script, and then it was picked up.
Yes, are
Go
you ready?
for it. Yep.
Okay, because this is very interesting. Jimmy read an article and texted Brian Duffield, who is also a writer. Brian Duffield wrote Love and Monsters, Underwater, and The First Babysitter. Jimmy Warden
3 trash bags in a row.
texted, like on a mobile device,
Uh-huh.
said, "Hey, Brian, I read this article about a bear that does cocaine.
Okay.
Do you think that this would be a funny movie?"
Uh-huh.
And Brian said, "Write it."
Okay, and then what did he
And
do?
then he wrote it. Brian also not only said, "Write it." This is a figure of speech. now.
Ooh.
He put his money where his mouth is.
Go on.
And he became a producer on this film. Now, that is all I got on the writer. So, one, he's married to a smoking hot lady.
And that helps with the writing process.
And he's also friends with a guy who also writes movies. Do you want to talk about the director?
Elizabeth Banks?
Yep, because I have
Let's
the file.
do it.
I have it right here somewhere.
Where?
Hold on. The table's going to be a bit wobbly
Oh, okay.
because I usually keep her file like underneath
I
one of
think
the
we'll be
tables.
fine. Go ahead. I think I replaced it. Like, hey, I think I got a script for the movie Men here somewhere.
Director. Got the file right here. Let's take a
Director of
look.
Cocaine Bear.
First of all, Elizabeth Banks is a liar.
Oh, really?
Yep. Her real name is not even Elizabeth Banks.
What's her name?
It is, in fact, Elizabeth Mitchell.
Wait, so you can just change your last name?
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks already out of the gate. I don't trust her because she's lying to me. There was another actress already named Elizabeth Mitchell in the Screen Actors Guild.
SAG.
What? So I'll have you know that she also directed Movie 43.
She directed one of the scenes
Yep.
in movie 43?
Not scenes.
Segments.
Yeah, Middle School Date. The overall score for that movie 43, was 4%. That's called Rotten Tomatoes.
Never heard of it. And also, that movie's funny. That's like just such a crazy, silly movie, and it's fun to see like Hollywood actors. And that movie seemed less like a job to them and more of just like, this is so ridiculous. Like, it's just fun to fool around with friends.
Then she also directed Pitch Perfect 2.
She didn't do the first one?
No.
Really?
She acted in the first one.
Yes, and she acted in the second one.
That one got a little higher. Got 65%.
Oh, people love Pitch Perfect 1 and Pitch Perfect 2.
And then the third movie that she made, Charlie's Angels remake in 2019, got 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now,
What?
Yeah. Now
How
here's
did it get such a high score?
profile on Elizabeth Banks.
Sure.
She's the one of only 3 women to have received a Razzie Award for Worst Director for the movie 43. So that's what she won the Razzie Award for.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Did all the directors win one then?
I imagine they did.
I straight up thought she won that for Charlie's Angels.
But like you said before.
Wrong time, wrong cast, wrong script. Everything was wrong. First off, here, you know what? Let's break it down. Charlie's Angels are supposed to be sexy. These women, who are attractive women, they made them not look sexy in the movie, which is like, why would you not make them look sexy?
Well, I'm sorry. I do understand it because they said these movies are made to avert the male gaze.
What does that mean?
To avert the male gaze?
Well, okay, first off, what is advert?
Cancel.
I'm going to tell you something.
The male gaze from this movie. And I was like, yeah, you ever talk to a male gay? They're very critical. All right. So that's all I got on the director. I'm glad that we talked.
There's not much. I mean, she's a good comedic actress. She seems to be good at directing because she did Pitch Perfect 2. I retract the last statement that I made.
Okay, so I am a little bit concerned about the writer and the director of this movie.
Why?
Well, the writer has only done one other movie so far, and that was a 46%. And then also Elizabeth Banks, not a very good director so far.
I think she is a good director. She was trying to Elizabeth Banks on the politics of the time.
I see what you're saying.
Of being like, make sure the fucking movie's good.
You don't want a mirror image of what's happening right now.
Oh my God. Look at you. Every time I come here, you blow me. And then you say things that
your mind. I blow your mind. You forgot to say mind.
What did I say?
You said blow, which is also a euphemism for cocaine.
Oh.
Cinematographer, we got John Glucerin. Now, he's done 39 projects, never worked with Elizabeth Banks before, but I'll tell you what, his latest movie that he did was Candyman that came out in 2021.
Don't care.
Doesn't do anything for you?
Nope.
What about An American Pickle that came out in 2020?
Never heard of it.
That starred Seth Rogen.
So the cinematographer of that movie is the cinematographer for Cocaine Bear.
John Glucerin.
Why do you keep just mumbling his last name, Jared? Do you not know how to pronounce it?
Let me take a look.
His name is John Glucerin.
He has a real independent look to his films.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
So John Glucerin, he worked as an ice cream truck driver before going to college to study cinematography.
That's cool.
First, as an undergraduate at Columbia College of Chicago, and then as a graduate student from AFI Conservatory.
School's not for me.
That's all we got on him. Let me get rid of this. Editor, Joel Negron. Now, he's been the editor.
Be careful how you say that.
What?
Ooh.
Joel Negron?
Do not. I would.
Do you know what neg means?
No.
He's never worked on a Elizabeth Banks project before.
Okay.
But he's been an editor for Jungle Cruise, Thor Ragnarok,
That movie's good.
The Shallows,
I didn't see it.
The Nice Guys.
The editing of that movie ruined it. If you don't believe me, watch the movie. Go to the scene where Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling are in the office, and there's a secretary. Ryan Gosling's kind of flirting with her during the scene. The editing in that is it's so piss poor, stupid. Things are out of place because of the editing, but I digress.
All right. Well, here's the profile on Joel Negron. Oh, so if you were so impressed with his editing ability, you can actually, for $4.17 per minute, you can talk to him at clarity.fm.
Oh.
And then you do a / Joel Negron. And he will walk you through the entire post-production process for any type of film, television, or commercial project on Clarity.
Why?
.fm / Joel Negron.
What is that kind of thing, dude?
And he will offer advice.
Joel Negron, why don't you have a master class? It sounds like you're struggling. If you're like, hey, please call me. I'm $4.17
now,
a minute.
the site, you know what? Trust me, put your credit card information on there. Joel Negron will FaceTime you. He will Zoom. He will do all the things for you to make sure your
Skype.
Yeah, to make sure your commercial, your movie, your television program on clarity.fm.
Are you doing a plug right now? Are you doing a plug for Joe
Only
Negron?
$4.17 a minute.
Don't waste your money. That does not. Those who teach suck at editing. You understand how long it takes somebody to show you how to edit a movie?
I agree.
He's probably making over $300 a call.
And if you are interested, again, go to clarity.
No, do not go to. No, nobody's going to Clarity.
No, all you gotta do is
give me that. Because the second you said Joel Negron, you just went into an ad.
Oh, if you go to
stop right there.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
Do not say that goddamn name again, and I swear, I dare you to go into another ad.
No,
Because if you do...
It's over. I'm sorry. Trust me.
You're done with the ads?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done with the ad.
But we're still in for the Coke. Cool.
Got some information on patsies if you're interested.
What the layman would call actors, what we call patsies here in the sink. Sink obviously is precinct.
Patsies. Carrie Russell. Nickname, Care Bear. Interesting fact. What?
Is that really her nickname?
Yeah.
Who's Carrie Russell?
She began her career on the Mickey Mouse Club in 1991.
Whoa, that was a year before I was born.
Had signature curls. Starred in the show Felicity. Everybody was up in arms when she cut her hair.
Oh, no. What are we going to do?
Personal quote about her, she says, "People hold on to this fantasy of love when they're not ready to have a real relationship." What do you think she means by that?
I don't know. That's so interesting. They hold into a fantasy of love?
So is she like insinuating like love does not exist in a real relationship?
No, that's not what she's saying. I think she's saying when you say love, it's like this, my passion burns for you, and if I'm not with you, everything is gray, and when I'm with you, everything is red and passionate, and we'll only be happy when we're together. It's like when you're ready to be in a real relationship, you got to be ready to know that you're not always going to be, buttercups and daisies. You're going to be drudging through the and you're going to be like, and I still want to be with that person. That's love.
And
when you're with somebody
my friend,
always happy.
Is Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell, the cocaine queen of California. Don't know if that's true. Just want to say cocaine. Said it twice. That's two.
Ray Liotta.
Oh, don't get me, dude. You got no. Ray Liotta holds a special spot in my heart. And I'm going to say it, and I don't want to break anyone's heart. He did pass away. Love Ray Liotta, and then he did Wild Hogs. Don't worry about that.
Do you want to know an interesting fact about Ray Liotta?
Yes.
He played the role of Shoeless Joe Jackson in 1989's Field of Dreams.
Oh.
Do you know what Shoeless Joe Jackson was famous for and getting kicked out of baseball for?
He would beat up kids.
No, he wouldn't wear shoes.
Now, how the am I supposed to know that, Jared?
And then I believed he had...
Now, correct me real quick here, Jared. Shoeless Joe Jackson didn't wear shoes because he didn't have feet. It's not really fair to kick him out if he's not wearing those shoes. Go on with Ray Liotta.
Personal quote from Ray Liotta is, "I subscribe to a theory that luck is when preparation meets opportunity." Do you agree with that?
I think that's been said a million times throughout the years, but because it's my guy, Ray Liotta, or as I call him, Loda, I'm just going to say, yeah, that makes sense. The best quote from an actor, Alan Rickman, his quote is, "I didn't say that."
That's a good quote. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next patsy, Alden Ehrenreich.
Who's that?
Because his nickname is, "Hello, I am Alden Ehrenreich."
Where are you making up these nicknames?
No. Personal quote is, "I've starred in 6 movies by 6 Academy Award-winning directors, and no one knows who I am." Phil Lord and Chris Miller directed
Phil Lord and
Solo.
Chris Miller directed Solo, and that's why they got him for this.
Interesting fact was, he was discovered when Steven Spielberg went to a bar mitzvah.
What?
Yeah. So Steven Spielberg apparently likes to go to bar mitzvahs and check out kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good for him. He has the eye. My uncle had the eye, but he didn't use it right. Now he's in jail.
Next and final patsy, O'Shea Jackson Jr. His nickname is Lil Cube. And interesting fact, he has a spot-on resemblance to his father, Ice Cube. Personal quote from O'Shea Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Lil Cube, a.k.a. Ice Cube's son. "I want to pursue a career in film."
That's not a fun quote.
Because the other quotes that I had here were more interpretive, like whatever you think it means, that's probably what it means. But yeah, I like Lil Cube's personal quote because it's very informative.
Dry, quick, and
it's also a direction. Because he's like, "I want to pursue, ? Oh, he answered it. A career in film."
That's beautiful. All right.
And that's all I got on him.
That's very interesting.
Let me get rid of it. All right. Gotta go to the door real quick. This box is heavy.
Wow. Big box. Help
me out with it.
Okay.
Get it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Put it down.
5. Okay.
I'm not opening that, and I'm not putting on any puka shell necklaces, no
Okay.
matter how flattering they look on me.
Okay. Let me see.
Go ahead.
Oh, and let's see what we have here. There's just one little paper in there.
What does it say?
It says Informant Notes.
Who is it from? Oh, I recognize this handwriting.
Oh, who is it?
This is Kentucky Rainbow.
Whoa, that's a great name.
Yep.
Informant Notes on Cocaine Bear. Filming took place in Ireland in late 2021.
Interesting. Why would they film a movie in Ireland when it's obviously done in Kentucky? Do they have like similar topography?
I don't know, but I think this movie is actually taking place, the story behind this, it's in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I think they're changing the location. So Cocaine Bear was found in Georgia.
Yeah.
The guy is a drug smuggler in Kentucky. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those are states in USA. Any feeling of deja vu will be explained if you happen to watch the NCIS episode Leave No Trace, which aired 10/10/22 based on the same exact event. So there's an NCIS episode about a bear who loves the white shug. Thornton's life story is worthy of its own movie, with his death already inspiring a story arc on season 4 of FX's Justified. You ever watch Justified?
No.
My boy Timothy Oliphant.
I love Timothy
God,
Oliphant.
I love him in The Crazies. Today, the bear is on display at Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall in Lexington, Kentucky.
So eyewitness reports. Now I interviewed Filbert says, I appreciate that Ray Liotta's last role was in a movie based on a true story about a bear going on a cocaine-fueled rampage.
That's what I'm saying, Phil.
All right. Oh, last guy, Gary. Gary is a genuine guy. He says, Care Bears take a walk of shame. This cocaine bear has it all, and guess what? It's snorting time, baby.
Hell yeah, he does.
All right, that's all I got on the eyewitness reports. I agree with everything
That's
they're
interesting.
saying. Box office predictions.
Okay.
Now, in February, on the 24th, Cocaine Bear will be competing with Jesus Revolution. That comes out the same weekend.
What the is that?
It's starring Kelsey Grammer. He plays like it looks
no,
like a
boo.
southern type of
yeah, people are gonna love that movie,
church
but
revival.
you said Jesus Revolution, and I just thought like Jesus comes back during like the rapture, and then there's like these group of like humans and demons that like come together.
Nah, that's Jesus Revolutionare.
Oh my
That
God.
came out a couple years
Is
ago.
that real?
No, nobody liked it. Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania,
That'll be there during February.
February 17th.
It will be there.
That's probably going to be number 1.
100%.
Magic Mike's Last Dance.
That's gonna be my number 1 because he goes to Britain.
Knock at the Cabin came out February 3rd.
Man, M. Night, what happened?
pretty
I went to
intense.
go watch Old, and
Now, here's a couple other ones. Megan, January 6th. Do you think
we're
it's still
seeing
gonna
that,
be
baby.
around? Do you think it's still going to be
it
around
better
February
be
4th?
January 6th. We're gonna go see it for my birthday.
And Avatar, Way of the Water, December 16th. So do you think it will be...
It's gonna be Ant-Man, Way of the Wasp. Then it's gonna be Avatar, Way of the Water.
No!
Then it's gonna be Magic Mike's Last Dance. Then it's gonna be Cocaine Bear. Then it's gonna be Knock at the Cabin and Megan.
Okay, you know what? That was such a compelling argument.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree with you.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna go see
Now,
Magic
we do
Mike.
have a problem, though.
What is it?
We are out of cocaine.
What?